when you listen to how Brymo had come out or called out Burna Boy, you want to ask why? What are you people dragging really? Is the James and Oris show?
Yes, we are back. Well, I am back. James was always around, but
that
yes.
smile, you look like I'm guilty as charged smile.
I'm indeed guilty as charged, but you must understand that when you are in Nigeria, you need a break.
You must hustle.
Sometimes.
Exactly.
Exactly. And when
both hustle and rest.
Yes, yeah. When there's chance to collect Oyibo money, you kind of have to take it. Anyway, yes, but I am back at least briefly because I'm running away again soon. Anyway, so yes.
I think first thing we should talk about today is the Tiwa Savage says she's going full time R&B.
I don't believe her. Yes, so yes, Tiwa said it was an interview. Yes, with Billboard.
The Billboard.
Yeah. So in a way, I think that artists or celebrities, people who are interviewed, they tailor their message according to the platform they're getting interviewed. I wonder if it was any of our people, Bella Nigeria, Pulse, one that this would have said this kind of thing to a Nigerian platform. I don't see it, but who knows? So she's talking to Billboard and she says that she's going full R&B. I think one is because, of course, it's Billboard she's speaking to, and that's an American audience. R&B is kind of what they know. Then two, I think over the past maybe 2-3 years, it's become increasingly important within the music industry that they earn foreign money. And I think that even now, especially with the way our exchange rate has really tanked, it's probably even more important. Back in the day, you could have said no to $50,000, because what is that? Maybe like 20K or 20M or something, or 10M, I don't know. Now, it's kind of 50 million. A lot of Nigerians will look at that money and say, you know what? Because how much would you get playing in a Nigerian event? 15 million? 20? I don't know. But suddenly, 50K, which is nothing to the American promoter, has become incredibly valuable to you if you are going to spend that money within Nigeria. Exactly. So I think that's kind of what is happening here too. So if Tiwa can crack R&B, if she can, I don't think she can, to be honest, but if she can, it's a big deal, because it would mean that she has a direct pipeline to receive foreign revenue. It's just direct. Let's face it, it's just direct. But my fear is that it won't happen. And if she's really serious about it, I'm going to pursue it for my next few songs. What will happen is she's going to lose the local market and still fail to get the amount of traction she wants internationally. And that's always, in my own view, a very bad position for an artist to be in, where you lose the people that love you, and in trying to gain the favor of people who are strangers, and you don't succeed in doing that or that thing. It's a very, very tricky position to be in. So hopefully it works out, but to be honest, if you asked me, I don't think it will. I also think that she might also just be, like I said, playing to the gallery because talking to Billboard. She'll probably still do Afrobeats. Remember, James has said something, but let me just end it on this note. Remember that back in 2016, I think, or 2015, around the time when Wizkid and Davido got their first international deals, the very first project they released after each of those signings, when they signed with Sony, was a flop here, and it's not like it caught any major fire outside there. The reason was because they were trying to tailor their sound to the international market. What they reached out for them, Tiwa is saying R&B now. What they did was use more reggaeton stuff, because it is one of the proven sounds that has worked in the US. Afrobeats at the time hadn't quite succeeded in doing anything internationally, so they tried to do that. Davido released an EP called Son of Mercy. Wizkid released Sounds from the Other Side, which the title even tells you what it's about. Those two records, today, not many Nigerians really fuck with those two records. I doubt you will see a lot of Americans or British people or Europeans who know those two records from these guys. There's a reason why that happened. So they lost. In fact, Davido in particular was the person who was the most affected by that thing. He was the one who decided to now come back and revamp his whatever after not quite getting a hit song in like a year or 2 years in that period. He now teamed up with Techno, and that's how we got If. Big hit. Now did Fall, another big hit. That was the year that he had Fire too. He had 4 major singles, and that was when he decided to come back to Nigeria and rejig his sound. So there's a precedent for failure in quotes if Tiwa goes this road, but it's also a little bit of precedent too for success, because Wizkid of course failed with sounds from the Other Side, but he stayed. Unlike Davido that came back and did stuff, he kind of stayed. And 2 years down the line, he had Essence, which of course, as everybody knows, kind of relaunched his career internationally. So for Tiwa now, if she wants to go this road, those are two distinct possibilities. One of them is going to take a longer time if it ever works out. The other might just be needed, which is like saying maybe the other is just she will fail at doing it, just like Davido did. So I wish her success, but like I said, I think the way we are now, because of the way Afrobeats is kind of like burning up out there, she cannot fully, it's not possible, abandon this African sound, putting it somewhere into R&B, because you cannot sing R&B and sell massively to the people who actually own R&B. I really doubt that it's possible. But yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, in addition to that, like you said, the whole I don't believe that she wants to really go full R&B.
Full R&B, I doubt it.
You know, I really I don't know how or why she had to say that, but I don't believe that she can go, because I don't think anybody don't dispute her to let you know, to tell you. And then if you look at Tiwa Savage's the trajectory of her music since the day one, did we really, or did anybody really see Tiwa as an R&B artist? I mean, she did, she had a couple of love songs. You know, she throws in here and there. She can sing, we know, but R&B in the core sense of it,
classic sense of it.
Even today in America, do we have artists?
Core R&B artists. We do. People like them, Givon, that sang Heartbreak Anniversary, is a young artist. Yeah. People like Caesar, who has a bunch of songs, but it's more like it's more like alter. To be honest, even there's kind of like alter R&B
really,
over there.
Like,
so,
even when those people, are they even mainstream? Can we really say were they Usher mainstream? Were they Terry Cabell mainstream?
I doubt it.
No,
I doubt it.
I mean, they are
getting like #1 albums out of R&B?
Absolutely not.
On the Hot 100.
I mean, you know, so it will be. I mean, what's her name? Beyonce, for God's sake.
Even Beyonce singing. Her last album was a dance. album.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it will be, which is why I don't think that that's what she meant. I don't think that that's what she's trying to do. But I mean, Afrobeat, they've not even explored the whole of Afrobeat as far as I'm concerned. So if there's a way she's going to be blending, maybe that's what she's talking about. Maybe focus more on the love stories and stuff. Just songs. Maybe in her. So, but you know, go and say R&B, really?
Yeah, but then again, maybe the idea is this: R&B is not what we are thinking of as R&B.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's the right thing, because we are probably talking about R&B as it used to work in the 90s.
Yes.
Boys to Men, and the rest of
that's
them.
What we
I mean, that's what we're talking about, you know. But again, R&B has become something like Beyonce has showed you people. She has become something that's used R&B inside, but there's a lot of electronic pop music, right there. There's dance music inside the thing, so it's kind of like a melange of all kinds of many sounds. So maybe that's what our babe wants to do. She did that my piano electronic song with those guys, the South African DJs. Cool Fun. You know that song exactly. So maybe more stuff like that. But to come and be standing in one place and singing whatever like Adele, I don't know that any Nigerian artist will succeed in doing that, you know. It's better follow that babe. That's kind of R&B that probably works. This babe, South African babe. Make me water, make me lose my...
Still, that one is still not, that's Tyler, what's her name?
Just Tyler, I know it's Tyler. Yeah, so...
Not as strong as, you can't say that's R&B.
Yeah, but that's the modern R&B. So maybe that's it, you know. And so look at it, so maybe this explains why Tiwa is saying what she's saying.
But you know another funny thing?
That Tyler song could have been sung by an American.
Yes, let me tell you another thing now. If you look at, what's her name? Thames Music. Thames Music is not particularly heavy. You can't really just peg it at Afrobeats.
Yes, it's kind of, yes.
It's kind of R&B.
So, you know, good point you bring up, Thames. Is it possible that this is Tiwa feeling the heat and responding to what these new Cats girls are doing? Because Thames, who has kind of cornered the Nigerian female artists in the West market, is pretty much singing their R&B, let's face it, you know? Like more like the alter kind of R&B, to be honest. And Tiwa doesn't sing it, and Tiwa has kind of struggled to break into the international market. True. Remember when she had her own signing a few years ago? The first song she released was like that 99, whatever, which was kind of like a fella-esque song, you know, but still didn't quite hit it as it was supposed to. But Thames, who is doing the R&B in quotes thing, is the person who is, I think if you go to the US and ask which Nigerian artist, female artist do you know, most people will say Thames. But I feel like Tiwa is thinking about it the wrong way, because Thames have gotten that whatever, if not because of one, Essence, which he did with Wizkid, and two, the songs with Drake and what's his face, and Future.
And Future.
So if Tiwa gets a feature with Future, I think it will make our life easy. But without that, you want to do it yourself. Man, I don't know.
Fingers crossed. Let's keep it moving. Wizkid, his album extends his record on the Billboard charts.
Yeah, Made in Lagos. I don't
album,
know.
yes.
I did not think Made in Lagos was like, if I can't lie, but
yeah,
I don't think anybody can argue with his commercial success right now. It's the biggest, probably the longest charting album.
Yes, on this thing.
So yes,
on Billboard.
on Billboard chart from an artist, an African artist. That's like a big chunk of a deal, man.
So it's not interesting that, I mean, till now the album is still, I mean, for an African artist.
Yeah, but this is the regular charts, Abi.
Yeah, the album charts.
Yeah, so
the Billboard World
album charts.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it's not very common that Nigerian artists that sing pop music in quotes get into that charts and like stay there for a bit. So it's quite a big thing. But like I said, it also like I said, sorry, this is off this air somewhere else with me and James. It shows again how much of a disappointment, more love, less ego, that it has not done anything close to what Made in Lagos did. That Made in Lagos is still going further, and Made in Lagos, MLLE,
more
seems
love,
to have
less ego.
disappeared from the culture almost entirely. It didn't really have a big single
impact.
Yes, there's not really big song from it you get.
Yeah.
So it almost feels like you have to stress your okay, what songs were on it? There's the song with two whatever, the one with Arya Star, I can't remember the title. There's the one with Bad for Me, Bad to You, Bad to Me or something. Yeah, there's that, but I can't remember anything else from that album. So yeah, it kind of shows that yes, that rather than have successive albums that push you forward, which seems to be the case with Burna Boy, by the way,
Like he makes progress.
Yes. This album gets here.
Next album,
this other one gets here. This other one gets here.
Further.
Or at least all of them get to the same level, which is fine. You get.
Yes.
But it feels like that Wizkid did this Made in Lagos. He went as far as possible. The other one hasn't even gotten halfway too close to where the former one went. I was making a joke one time on Twitter about how Wizkid now seems to rely on somebody else to kind of get his bigger hits. When was the last big solo Wizkid single? I'm not sure anybody. I can't remember. Maybe I wanted to say Soko, but Soko actually had people on it. But yeah, you will say Soko. And Soko is almost like 4 years old now.
More.
Probably more.
So I mean that's basically the situation. But I mean, shout out to him. He's still doing very well.
He's still doing well. He's still the song.
One of the things that has stayed,
Wow. Soko is actually 5 years old.
5 years. Okay,
2018.
Yeah, you see.
Sheesh.
So Wizkid, one of the things that has actually stayed constant is his brand value. Him, when you say Wizkid,
has stayed as a
constant.
person.
Has stayed. Him as a person is still a valuable. Entity in the grand scheme of things, because for some artists, even if the music, when the music is not doing really, really good, when they show up still, the
personality still
also
keeps,
drops, But for Wizkid, whether he has music or not, him as a person is still very, I don't know whether it's precious. It's still very much for Wizkid. Wizkid can still charge you as much as he charge you to come and perform, as to even attend or show up at your event. It's that crazy.
Yes.
So that's the interesting thing about.
Yeah. So I feel like this. But James, don't you think this says something about the difference in how to build a star back in the day and now? Is there any artist that has kind of showed up over the last 3-4 years who you would say, personality wise, is, even if he has a bad song or he had a bad album or a bad series of singles, but his own brand value is still high? Like, let me give an example. For instance, they say, for instance, that there's an argument in the US, in the film circle, that Netflix doesn't really make stars the way big screen cinema does. That when you go to the cinema, you see them in this big screen, these big images. The idea that they are stars is more imprinted in your brain than when you are watching them on like these tiny ass phones, like over and over again. So Netflix is not really creating stars. Netflix is creating its own platform. So it's Netflix as the star.
So I think
So I wonder if
what
the
you
same
just
thing is
said.
happening too.
So let me just quickly touch that one before
Yeah.
I bring it back to the music. I think what you just said now is what is the situation, what's obtainable
Yeah.
in America. America, the movie industry was built solidly on the big screen, which is why even if you even as a celebrity or as an actor, if you get to the point where your name is planted or written there in the Hollywood Walk of Fame,
Yes.
it's a big deal, no doubt. But you see, if you bring it back to this our local here, if you do a big Netflix film that goes viral, that's it, you are made. You can become.
Yes.
I mean, if you look at Toby,
yes,
Backaway, for instance, the movies that we were on Netflix.
Yes, but here's the thing. The thing is, that's a very good example because I think you chose the greatest example you can possibly choose. But it's just a category of one. But again, is Toby or is anybody else? Toby is a little big, so let's let it go. Is anybody else that Netflix or a streaming platform has created as big as any of the people that the big screen created, Genevieve, or the other screen?
Let me still bring it back here. Let me bring back this guy, Chidi Mokeme. Chidi Mokeme,
yes,
to people in their 40s.
Yes.
Was a good actor, was great.
Yeah,
but the way he was now projected
yes.
on Netflix lately has made him.
Yeah, but Chidi wasn't created now. Chidi,
that's what I'm saying.
Chidi is an
that
OG.
we know who he was
I'm saying
before.
exactly. So I'm saying, new stars. Have we created anyone from streaming that has been as big as any of the big boys back in the day?
I mean, it's arguable. It cannot be as big as. I don't think it can be as big as.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
No, there's still time. There's still time. I mean, it can be. It can. Somebody, because no matter how, it's just like saying that. Oh, Shall Poppy will now rub shoulders with Wizkid because he has a hit song that
Exactly.
I don't think that's not going to happen yet. But bring it back to music regardless.
Yeah. Let's go.
I mean, Wizkid, with where he is, we know he started from the same CDs. He became big from his what's that album, Superstar, right?
Yeah,
Superstar,
yes,
which was a CD.
Yes.
It wasn't even. I think at the time it was probably on maybe iTunes, but it wasn't big digitally. It was
it was
the
CD.
same
It was CD.
Superstar,
It was CD.
mainstream,
Yes, of course.
traditional music promotion, Superstar that now translated into the digital platform that has gone global and and so on. But ordinarily, still talking about value, we don't really have a lot of that happening. I don't think there's any other person I can call when it comes to that value. Maybe they need more time, but
maybe they do. But it almost feels like the day their hits stop to flow is the day they become irrelevant. That's what it looks like at the moment.
That's what it looks like.
The other guys, you can anytime Davido doesn't have a hit for a while, you probably used to be fine for like 3-4 years. But I feel like these other guys, these newer guys, if there's no music that hits in like 2 years, you start to wonder, where is this person? Where have they been? So I wonder, if not the technology is, because as the technology changes, the conception or the building of a brand, of a star, is also changing alongside. Like, okay, you now need, so the people who came earlier are the lucky ones, that they can go a while without releasing songs. But if you are you came out in the last 3-4 years, and you are kind of getting stingy with releasing new music or performing somewhere or being in the news, I think you are kind of in trouble.
Anyway, let us know what you think on everything that we talk about here. You always give us your insights or your comments or opinion about the topics that we've shared here today. I think the last one we have here is actually, in fact, it started weeks ago. Should I say weeks ago? Probably months ago, I don't know. But it's Brymo versus Burna Boy. It looks like Brymo has something strong on Burna Boy that I feel like will still come out eventually. Because when I look at the other things or the few ones that he has mentioned that we see everywhere, I just feel like not that serious. But when you listen to how Brymo had come out or called out Burna Boy, you want to ask why? What are you people dragging really? Brymo said that Burna Boy stole. This is another thing. I said song titles before this one.
Wait. I don't think Brymo was saying that Burna Boy stole his song titles. Though. I think he was saying that he steals titles from stuff that is trending, and he's not wrong.
No, but he made it seem like he stole his.
That's what
sounding.
What me I got here was what I'm saying. Like it seemed to me like that Burna Boy just picks off of course, one, he steals from other artists, people like Fela. I think he said he
That
kind
one
of
is
referenced that one. Yes, he
still-
referenced that. He also referenced that, okay, that he's taking things from the culture that's just this thing's popular and then he put it into a song. That's what I got from it.
Okay, let's say even that's what it is.
Yes.
Why should it be a problem to Brymo? Why should Brymo have a problem with
so
it?
it's not like, I don't think what's happening here is that Brymo has a big problem with it. The issue is he was asked a question about these people,
Yes.
and he clearly has given it thought and he's thinking it to himself. I think it clearly looks to me like, okay, this man's thought about it, or I'm like, wait, so these songs that are trend, these songs that are like being hits for this Burna Boy, these are lines that I've heard on the
Yes.
streets now.
Yes.
And it's true. Even the Woro that he said years ago, he was from the streets. The city boy that's a hit now. He's since people have been saying on Twitter for a long time now.
Yes.
They play another name of a song was
Of the
everybody has
streets
said yes, they play. Plenty of a lot of Burna Boy, a lot of it. So wait, I'm not saying it's a problem.
Yes.
Brymo is only saying that, look, this man is not as original as people are just making. People are always trying to talk about Burna Boy's greatness. I think it's great too, but he's saying that if you're speaking about if originality is a part of this discussion, you really shouldn't be calling Burna Boy, because a lot of the ideas he puts in his music are ideas that are already in the culture. He's not introducing them into the culture. He's taking them
From the
from
culture.
the culture. So it's not like yes, Brymo is an artist. Doesn't like that because, of course, Brymo is super original. He does like really, really.
Yes.
Brymo almost feels like he's building songs from scratch.
Yes.
Burna Boy seems to like, okay, the song is already there. Let me just go and find a way to like wrap it into something else. You get. So I think that's Brymo's one. So it's not like it's a big fat problem, but Brymo is Brymo. He will say what he's thinking, and that's how we got here. So of course, and Burna Boy, of course, who was another troublemaker too. I was going to jab him with that. With that.
So, and this is different. I also believe this is different. I do. You were not around when I was talking about blackface.
That's on radio.
Yes, on radio, and about the fact that blackface was on Honest Bunch, where he talked about the fact that people were stealing his song or jacking his music and sound and everything. And in his own case, he said that, so he made references and called different people, even include down to guitar sonic sound, that this sonic rhythm was stolen from my song XYZ. And I just thought that, in this case, it's probably different from what Brymo is claiming. So with the way you explain it now, maybe this is a bit clearer. However, the way the news had gone or had come out made it seem like he was saying that he stole maybe topics, lines, or titles of him as a person.
No, I don't.
So now,
that's
let's
not
say,
what I got.
let's establish that that's not what it is. But then again, maybe somebody has to say it, right? Because I was still saying that maybe because this is not the first time, this is not the second time where Brymo is also. When I'm thinking that Brymo is actually still mad at Burna Boy for coming out to say that there were no original, maybe songwriters or artists who were doing, because that's his interview with on Apple with what's his name, so that where he just sort of criticized all these artists, saying that they were not being original, they were not. But we can't even place Brymo. You can't. If we were talking about Afrobeats artists, are you going to place Brymo on that list?
Very good question. Yeah, so hard, man, because I wanted to say Brymo is alter, but not really. So Brymo is in a category of one, I think, because yes, his sound is supposed to be super, super underground, but because of the first arrival back when Chocolate City was a thing,
Yes.
and he made a bunch of hits with them, it means he has mainstream appeal.
True.
You want to say it's alter, but also Brymo came too early to be alter. He's not really of their age group, to be honest. The people who started alter, he was already existing already. You get. So, and Brymo is also supposed to be like kind of like high lifey, traditional kind of sound, but he's mainstream, so you cannot really think. So yeah, Brymo is a
class of his own, eh?
Yes, it's just like there's only one Brymo.
And I feel like
There's only one Brymo.
with that
really.
freestyle that Burna Boy did, I
Yeah.
feel like for him to have mentioned him, I feel like that Brymo's comment, he acknowledged Brymo's comment, and I think that he would have taken the fact that Burna Boy respected him or his craft enough to be able to give him a reply. Because if Burna Boy didn't think that Brymo was
He
a
wouldn't
big
have said
deal
anything.
or shit, yes,
So that's
he probably
all-
wouldn't have even given him an answer.
Okay, so that's a fair point. But again, I want to say that Burna Boy
Yeah.
is a petty prick. First things first. So I just feel like Burna doesn't really doesn't really ignore people. I feel like you are right. There's a sense in which he only responded to Brymo because it is Brymo. True, there's that part. But there's also the part that Burna is very petty. If you poke him enough, he would say something. That's if you like that kind of person. But I think over the past maybe a year or 2 years, he hasn't quite been that person. Mostly because I think his management are really trying to like hold his phone every single time. You know, grab this thing from this guy before he does what he used to do back in the day. You go on Snapchat, you go to Instagram story and just say something or just tweet one thing, you know. I think in Greece, his management is having like control over him and saying, no, guy, you are a Grammy winner now. You are in international space. You cannot be this idiot that used to be in the past. I think there's all of that going on. But at the same time, when it's somebody like Brymo, who is like a colleague, and let's face it, Brymo, if you're an artist, they also know that this guy actually has quality. Of course, now, a lot of his what's it called now? Too much controversy, the whole supporting of APC or whatever it is, the whole Yoruba thing, the whole allegations of this one or that one, I've kind of rubbed off on Brymo's mistake. But artists, you know, if you listen to Brymo, let's face it, that man is special. It's not the truth. He has his problems, but listen to Brymo's music. The guy is special. I think you know he's special, exactly. So I think that's kind of where, so it's a mixture of both things. The fact that, because back in the day, maybe Burna Boy would have done his usual tweets, but see how he went to go choking inside his song. So his management cannot really say don't release freestyle because the freestyle is going to help his own business. At the same time, he's addressing something that he really, because a part of me feels like that whole freestyle is because he wanted to make that point. he wanted to poke.
Wow.
He wanted to respond. I'm sure that in part of it, I don't think it's true. I don't know if that's a fact, but a part of me feels like the reason for that freestyle in the first place was because he wanted to address the Brymo problem. You know, this guy said something about me, and I want to try and respond to him in one way or the other, but I can't tweet it. Let them not go and say blah blah blah. So let me put it inside a record.
In
exactly.
Fact, make it something that will be hotter than even just tweeting it.
Exactly. So I think there's a part of me that feels like that's kind of. I think
I won't be surprised if Burna Boy releases a record later and still mention
if that song itself even because that thing becomes a song itself.
It seems like a hotline.
It is a hotline. It's a hotline, and because of the whatever around the fact that people do that, Brymo did make that comment about him. It makes it even hotter. So will there be a song? I don't know, but I think for the moment, the fact of the matter is that he has achieved his aim. Somebody insulted him in an interview. He responded back in kind. I feel like for someone like Burna Boy, that's the kind of person he is. He's happy in his house now that, you know what, he touched him. He thought he will get away with this kind of comment, but yes, I fit him back. So yeah, the question now is Brymo responded, but I will hope Brymo responds to the song too, because I'm not sure that
I doubt that Brymo wants to come back with this song or anything. I just feel like
this is the end.
He has tweeted, so he accepted something else. I mean, I don't think Brymo lets it go easily like that.
I don't think
he might be another interview or somewhere. He will just
yes, of course. So definitely somebody's going to come and find him one day and ask him that, okay, did you hear what Burna Boy said? And Brymo, of course, unfortunately, is kind of like Burna. They have the kind of similar thing too. He too will not let if go. You ask him, he too will not let it go. He too will also say something too.
Anyway, that's the show. We gotta keep it moving, and we'll see you guys.
All right, guys. Yes, we'll see you guys. Yes, next week. James will see you next week. I don't know that I'll be here. I'm traveling.
By God's grace. So, but please subscribe,
comment.
Please
comment. I think especially please comment.
Yes, I always want to know what you think about.
We want to be able to respond to some of your comments when we do get back and we speak over video. Yeah, that would be nice.
See you on the next one. Peace.